Hello and welcome to our webinar on creating customer-centric product support, where human ingenuity meets AI applications. I'm Greer Lynch, VP Marketing here at Mavenoid, and I'll be moderating the conversation today. We've brought together two experts in the field. We have Philip Zelig, Head of Sales Engineering for Mavenoid, and Joe Anderson, Senior Director of Consulting and Digital Transformation at TaskUs. Welcome both.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Thank you. We're grateful you've taken a moment to listen to our thoughts on the state of CX as part of this webinar.
Great. Thanks both for your time. Before we dive into my questions, can you both give us a quick intro to your company for anybody who is unfamiliar? I'll hand it over to you, Joe, first.
Thanks, Greer. TaskUs is a digital services organization, and we combine expert teammates and cutting-edge technology to solve customer challenges, safeguard users, and develop and use AI to drive growth. Our service offerings include digital customer experience, trust and safety operations, and content moderation, risk and response services, and AI services that train the algorithms behind the AI solutions of the future. We're a frontline first organization and believe that empowered people achieve more. That's why we've created a people first culture, apply science-backed training, and provide the latest AI technology to enable our teammates, some of those things that we'll talk about today. Philip?
Thanks, Joe. Mavenoid is a customer support platform that's built specifically for products and devices. We leverage AI to help people learn about, buy, and troubleshoot products from their favorite pair of headphones to large tractors. We handle the complexities that come with supporting physical goods, and we're excited about our partnerships with TaskUs, because it will enable companies to deliver an amazing and comprehensive customer support experience, Mavenoid for automated customer support, and best-in-class live agents through TaskUs.
Fantastic. Thank you both. Appreciate it. And I'd like to transition now to something that I want to discuss with you both, this idea of putting the customer at the center of customer support. So let's start with TaskUs. What is your perspective, Joe, on how companies can build out a customer-centric approach to remote support?
Absolutely. We anticipate that, especially now as the AI revolution is taking off, the technology will be used to solve more and more customer inquiries over time. We're already starting to see that, and especially around automating the simple process inquiries and steps and using technology to do that. But that frees up our teammates to focus on more complex problem solving, building relationships with customers, and handling those complex inquiries. That human element of support can really never be eliminated. We see that AI is great for those simple inquiries, but that need for live support will persist. So building a customer-centric approach really considers which types of interactions are well suited for using technology to automate versus where we want to continue to maintain that human interaction and develop that relationship with customers. So it's those complex interactions that require that additional level of empathy, but it's those contexts that are ripe for automation that are at the core of where and why we've partnered with Mavenoid.
Great. Philip, can you share a little bit of your perspective on this?
Yeah, thanks, Joe. We're completely aligned around the customer-centric approach, leveraging AI and the human element to deliver a great customer experience. Unfortunately, many companies have implemented simple chatbots that focus on deflection as a cost-saving measure, trying to eliminate the customer interaction completely. This saves costs, but it's not helping customers. Taking a customer-centric approach means delivering an experience that delights customers. Mavenoid focuses on interactions that are more complex than where's my order use case, but not so complex that they require human intervention. That's where we found room for improvement, leveraging AI in many of our feature offerings to help customers get in front of the information they need. So if someone wants to repair their broken dishwasher, we're going to use AI to give automated step-by-step instructions to troubleshoot and fix that device, but sometimes the solutions don't work, or they might still need customer support and want to actually speak with a live agent. That's where we can seamlessly hand off a support ticket with all the context of that interaction with Mavenoid to TaskUs. And that warm handoff lets the agent start the conversation at a deeper point in the troubleshooting conversation. And again, to Joe's point, letting the agent solve complex problems and build customer relationships.
Great. Okay, so a focus on the customer experience is really good for business, right? Let's discuss the digital user experience a bit more. So, Joe, can you shed some light on the importance of digital transformation and what it means as a strategic priority for your customers?
Yeah, I agree. A lot of executives out there view digital transformation through this lens of adopting new technologies or modernizing legacy systems, but really it's more than that. It's this fundamental shift in how a business operates, thinks, and interacts with its customers. It's about creating this customer-centric culture while leveraging digital channels to deliver, personalized experiences that are intuitive and efficient for customers. We see a handful of components as being critical for that digital transformation and mindset shift. First is around omni-channel integration. This has been a topic for a while, but it's providing that unified experience across touch points. So it's seamless and you understand that you're interacting with the same brand and have a consistent experience across web, mobile, social media, chat, voice, any realm in which you're interacting with your customers. Next is around AI automation, part of the topics today, but leveraging AI powered tools to streamline processes, enhance customer service, and gain valuable insights. And it's those valuable insights around our customers that provide the inputs for deeper data analysis, collecting customer data over time to understand what your customers need, what they expect of you, their preferences and behaviors, so that you can develop tailored approaches against that. And the last point I'll mention is around teammate enablement. We want to provide our teammates with the tools and skills to work in a digital environment, understanding how to be technologically savvy, and so we can deliver exceptional customer experiences, leveraging the latest and greatest tools out there.
Thank you. That's really helpful. So Philip, let's turn to you. From Mavenoid's perspective, how do AI and natural language processing technologies enhance the capabilities that empower users, especially in understanding the context of a question?
Yeah, it's a great question. We're seeing generative AI gaining lots of traction in the CX community. But a lot of these chatbots are just UI wrappers around an inference API. And there's a lot of AI tooling that's available. You build something that's neat pretty quickly, but most of these apps are really too risky for external customer support as they're prone to hallucination or prompt injection. And you've probably seen those memes on social media blaming brands that have had issues with their chatbots out in the wild. So it's really important for product companies to really examine the AI technology that they're implementing and understand what they're using under the hood and what safety measures are in place before deploying. Mavenoid's proprietary language models for troubleshooting products and devices have built-in guardrails that prevent hallucination and prevent it from providing incorrect info back to the user. We also have added guardrails on the front end and back end where our back end tooling, for example, when we translate content into 50 different languages, or we assist the user in copywriting or flow generation, those require a human to approve before publishing on public channels. And on the front end, we have features like AI retrieval to fetch context from manuals and vision assist to pull data from product labels. And these models are already pre-trained, don't require any maintenance. So you're always getting the best-in-class model for the specific task that Mavenoid is doing. If you're a customer support professional dealing with complex support scenarios and you're looking for AI, just remember that there's a lot of AI technology that you need to make sure that you vet before implementing.
Philip, you mentioned chatbots. They've been in the news a lot lately. We've heard a lot of funny stories about different AI chatbots. I'd love to hear your thoughts on them a little bit more. Do they have a place in product support then?
They do. Simple chatbots tend to provide low value, and sometimes they can add to the frustration. They usually surface knowledge-based articles, and if they do troubleshooting, it's formatted poorly. Mavenoid takes a different approach where we leverage rich media and imagery to keep the users engaged, breaking up the information into specific actions independently versus providing all the information in one big paragraph. So we actually tend to see higher volumes in terms of interactions on Mavenoid without directly impacting the contact center because customers actually like using Mavenoid's assistant because of that interactiveness and the fact that it's engaging using imagery and videos. What are your thoughts, Joe?
100% agree, Philip. You know, we often see these chatbots being used for informational inquiries where the interaction is kind of one-dimensional and flat, you know, and that even presumes that a chatbot correctly understands a customer's intent or inquiry, which we don't see 100% of the time. You know, just directing a customer to an article or an FAQ guide leaves so much room on the table. By creating these chatbots that have these interactive experiences with rich media, we agree we see higher levels of containment and CSAT as well.
So I know we all do more than just troubleshooting. Philip, what are some ways that Mavenoid provides customer support outside of pure troubleshooting?
Yeah, Mavenoid goes beyond customer support by offering help on the pre-sales and e-commerce side. As I mentioned before, Mavenoid sees a lot of high engagement with our assistant. People like that it's interactive. So we have customers that, for example, sell really high-end robotic lawnmowers. They're really cool, but they're expensive. So something like this is a purchase that you typically go into the store and get help from a sales associate to understand which robotic lawnmower really meets your needs. Instead of going to the store and speaking with a sales associate, you're going through Mavenoid's interactive flow that sits on their website, which helps you make that e-commerce buying decision. We understand the types of grass, the size of the lawn, how steep the hills are, and then we recommend the right device. This makes consumers more willing to make these type of purchases online.
Yeah, and Philip, you know, we're excited about the potential for a partnership there. Through our sales as a service offering, we can make that transition to the human side of the sales equation. We provide sales strategy as well as operational processes, rigor and discipline to help our clients capitalize on their addressable market by making those human connections on the back end of that initial interaction with Mavenoid. You know, buyers right now have a wealth of information at their fingertips, but sometimes need that extra nudge in order to convert and make a purchase.
Interesting. So let's talk about another scenario then, proactive support, which is when a customer is notified that they need to troubleshoot or fix their device. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So we're talking about letting the customer know they need to troubleshoot versus them coming to you and saying, or coming to the brand and saying, hey, help me fix this problem that I identified.
That's right, Greer. Proactive support should really be the gold standard toward which all organizations strive. You know, there are great benefits both for customers and companies. This reduces live support requirements and volume needs. It improves CSAT, and we see higher customer retention with companies who really get this right. And in order to get that right, there are a few capabilities and functions companies need to focus on. First is that ability to analyze customer data to identify those patterns and signals that would signal an issue before they arise. The next is ingesting that and devising communication strategies around each of those potential issues, and developing notifications to address specific needs, and then incentivize a customer to take action that they may need to on their side. And lastly is investing in AI-powered tools so that we can automate that proactive support.
Interesting. Philip, what are your thoughts on proactive support?
Yeah, I want to echo what Joe mentioned about proactive support being the gold standard. I think that in today's day and age where everything is an IoT or a smart device, everything is connected to the internet, we can really take a customer-centric approach, knowing the customer and providing context. We could leverage mobile devices by sending push notifications. So now Mavenoid doesn't have to start from the beginning of the troubleshooting process. We know who you are, we know the device that you're troubleshooting, we know the issues that you're dealing with, and we can service the right troubleshooting steps at the right time, preventing you from going through other channels and getting frustrated in that journey. There's an article recently in Forbes that said by the end of 2024, there's over 200 billion devices that will be connected worldwide. That goes from appliances, like white goods, toys, devices. These all make this ecosystem of the Internet of Things. And there's a huge opportunity for us to take this automation and provide proactive support so that brands should really take on this strategy and look to integrating the telemetry data that they're getting already from their smart devices and incorporating them into their support journey.
Mm. So going back to AI then, it continues to be in the news, talked about that. I'm sure most of us have seen some stories about the funny things that people have forced a chatbot to say and do. But this can also have serious implications for a brand's reputation and also potentially the safety of a consumer. If we're talking about something like repairing a lawnmower blade, you don't want to have an AI chatbot hallucinating and giving incorrect advice, right? So can you share your perspectives on AI safety? What are some of the other risks that need to be considered when thinking about whether AI is a fit for your customer support organization? Philip, I'll start with you.
Yeah, new technology always comes with risks. One of the big challenges is that there's an overwhelming number of AI chatbot options, which make it hard to evaluate what's the best fit for your business. And choosing the wrong solution can waste time and money if it needs to be replaced later. So many brands feel pressure to adopt AI, but they don't know where to start. Our focus is cutting through the hype and using AI as a tool for unlocking remote support capabilities. Um, and Mavenoid is pre-trained and has AI safety built into it, into the platform. So that's something to keep in mind when you're evaluating other solutions. Um, make sure that you're asking the right questions. Is it open source? What are the potential data risks? Is it proprietary and tailored to your needs? How is the AI trained and does it align with your tasks? Also consider the ROI, the implementation time, how easy it is to make changes, and what control you have over the content. Again, making sure that there's safety and guardrails built in and that it's not hallucinating and communicating to your customers off brand.
Yeah, Philip, we absolutely understand that many leaders are aware of the privacy and infosec concerns that come out of new applications for AI and specifically generative AI. What I want to talk about for a moment is some of the operational processes that we've been able to put in place to address and mitigate some of those concerns. First, it's really important that any inputs into an AI algorithm are carefully curated so that we have high quality inputs that lead to high quality outputs. While feeding a model troves of data may sound appealing, it's those companies that are able to carefully curate the inputs that see the most success out of the outputs. And additionally, those outputs require regular review to ensure that they're accurate, aligned with policy and process expectations, and continue to meet business objectives and deliver the ROI that you were talking about earlier. Building in that feedback loop so that there's a human review on a regular basis is critical for success. And lastly, well, we don't have this crystal ball to predict every potential scenario. through some clever testing techniques, trying to break the models, red teaming, adversarial testing that we use in our TaskGPT platform that enables our teammates, many of those potential pitfalls are avoidable.
Thank you. We'll certainly keep those safety concerns in mind as we explore customer support and implementing AI. Thank you both for the informative discussion today. Before we leave, can you share with the audience where they can learn more about your organizations?
Absolutely. We're super excited for this partnership. Log on to our website, TaskUs.com, to understand more and connect with us over LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, likewise. We're very excited about our partnership with TaskUs, and you can learn more at Mavenoid.com, or you can find me on LinkedIn. That's Philip Zelig at Mavenoid.
Thank you both again, and thanks to our audience for tuning in. We hope this conversation has provided you both with valuable information and inspiration. Thanks so much. Have a great day.